Welcome. A Thing of Beauty, composed by John Keats. Let us start with introduction. First of all, about the poet. A Thing of Beauty is composed by John Keats, who was born in London in the year 1795 and died in Rome in 1821. He died at the tender age of only 25 years due to illness. He is famous for his romantic poetry and the sensual imagery in his most popular works make him special. A series of odes he has composed. Today, his poems are one of the most sought after creations in English literature. The above given poetry is an excerpt from his poem Endymion. It was a romantic poetry composed in 1880 and it is an epic poem. Let us carry on with the background of the poem. It is based on Greek mythology about a shepherd named Endymion. His quest for his love Dinah, and how in his quest he falls in love with an earthly maiden who later turns out to be Dinah herself. Now, summary. In this poem, John Keats praises all the beautiful things present around us and the world. According to him, beautiful things get treasured in our mind and grow more beautiful with the passage of the time. They provide eternal happiness, everlasting joy to us, and leave their imprints on the mind of all human beings who hold a strong bonding with the earth. According to the poet, this earth has abundance of pessimistic people, hatred among the people, sadness that lurks everywhere in humans' life and over darkened ways. He holds human responsible for every negative thing on this earth. According to him, only beautiful things can make our soul pure and thoughts alive. In the next stanza, he mentions some of the name of beautiful things such as the sun, the moon, the trees, old or young, because of their to give policy. These natural things never expect anything from human and always extend their hands towards the mankind. Then the poet talks about daffodils, which grows amidst the green fields, and clear rills which remain cool throughout the season, however hot the weather is. Besides, the poet calls the mid forest brake, which gets filled with fragrance and beauty when grows in a beautiful white rose with falling petals. The poet calls dead people mighty in next stanza because they lived for a cause. They preserve beauty for us, which is being enjoyed by all of us. He imagines that such people should be given due respect which they deserve on the judgment day. He also calls the stories beautiful which are related to these mighty dead, According to him, the fountain of beautiful things will never end and will always remain endless. He states that God Himself has taken the responsibility to provide us the beautiful things which He showers onto us from the heavens corner. So, this way, summary you have heard. Now, I have two columns here. One is all about the things of beauty mentioned in the poem, the other is things that cause suffering and pain. The beautiful things around us are the sun, the moon, shady trees, beautiful daffodil flowers, streams of water, dense green bushes of forest, ferns where fragrant musk roses grow, tales of heroic men who sacrifice their lives, and the other side, suffering and pain, desire to offend others, hopelessness, lack of noble men, bad health, unhappiness, gloom, and darkness. Now let us discuss about the figures of speech. First of all, we have examples of metaphor. While reading the poem, we'll come to know that there are wonderful examples of metaphor you can underline in your books. Bower quiet, sweet dreams, wreathing of flowery band, pall, endless fountain of immortal drink. So these natural things are metaphors given in your book. We have examples of alliteration too. Noble natures, cooling covert, band to bind. Then we have imagery, flowery bands, shady boon, clear rills, daffodils in green world, grandeur of dooms, cooling covert, endless fountain of eternal drink. We have some example of symbol too, like simple sheep. It is here referring to mankind, as Christ is considered the shepherd who leads human souls out of the dark world of sins and temptations. Then there are examples of transferred epithet too. Gloomy days, unhealthy and over darkened ways. These are transferred epithets. And mighty there is a beautiful example of oxymoron. So in this way we have done introduction about the poet and the figures of speech. In our next session we are going to complete the explanation part. Thank you.
A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases, it will never pass into nothingness, but still will keep a bower quiet for us, and a sleep full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing. Therefore on every morrow are we reading a flowery band to bind us to the earth, spite of despondence, of the inhuman dearth of noble natures, of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and o'er-darkened ways made for our searching. Yet in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirits, such the sun, the moon, trees old and young sprouting a shady boon for simple sheep, and such are daffodils, of the green world they live in, and clear rills that for themselves a cooling cover to make against the hot season, the mid-forest brake, rich with a sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms. And such, too, is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty dead, all lovely tales that we have heard or read, an endless fountain of immortal drink pouring unto us from the heavens' brim.
A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Means any beautiful thing gives us never ending joy, and it increases its beauty, loveliness, and that beauty, that loveliness will never fade away, but it will remain like a shady place, quiet for us, and it will provide a sleep which is full of sweet dreams, health, tranquility, and peace. Therefore, on every morning we weave flowery band, beautiful things which binds us to the earth. And in spite of various malice things which gives disappointments in life, because of those inhuman people who don't have human feelings, they have shortage of those noble natures of the dark days, of all the unhealthy and over darkened ways. Made for our searching, yes, in spite of all. Means there are people who are full of disappointment, they don't have human feelings, they have shortage of noble natures, they have spent gloomy dark days. So in spite of these, some shape of beauty moves away the pall. Pall here is that covering of dark days, dark spirits. So this nature provides a kind of beauty which moves away all the coverings of gloomy spirits. And what are these? These are the sun, the moon, trees, either old or young, sprouting a shady boon. Trees always provide shade, fruits, either they are young or they are old, but they always provide us something. For simple sheep, here, as I have told you in the beginning, simple sheep is not a simple thing. Here it is telling about all the innocent people, and such are daffodils, colorful daffodils with the green world they live in, and clear rills. So that shady boon is provided by God, by nature, and this is for all the simple sheep, the simple people, innocent people, and the daffodils with green world they live in. Greenery is beautiful, and daffodil is a flower. Green is also a symbol of jealousy. So the beautiful things, they take us out of this envy, jealousy. There are clear rills, small streams that for themselves are cooling covered. And that clear rill, that small stream, that makes a hidden shelter against the hot season, the pain of our life, the sufferings. Here are so hot season, and the nature provides us a hidden shelter. The mid forest brake, dense undergrowth bush, rich with a sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms, and there are musk rose blooms, flowers. So, all these are telling about the beauty of nature, flowers, small stream, bushes, musk rose blooms, and such too is the grandeur of the dooms. And these are the glories of the dooms. How come? We have imagined for the mighty dead. Mighty dead here refers to those glorious forefathers who died for some noble cause. All lovely tales that we have heard or read, it provides an endless fountain of immortal drink. So, those stories about the mighty dead, it provides us nature's beauty, the noble cause for which they died, and it fills us up to the brink of heaven, up to the level of heaven. So, here the poet is telling about the mighty dead who are in the dooms, they too are providing us something. So, this poem is all about the beauty of nature. How come this beautiful world around us makes our life easy? So, this way we have done explanation part, and now it is time for question answer. What does the line, therefore are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to earth, suggest to you? It means that we get attached to the beautiful things around us and weave a pretty band which binds us with our life. It becomes the reason for us to live. What makes human beings love life in spite of troubles and suffering? So, it is the eternal beauty of various things which gives us happiness and relaxation. It makes us love life in spite of life's troubles and suffering. Why is grandeur associated with the mighty dead? So, here you'll write the noble deeds of the brave people who sacrifice their lives, the beautiful legacy of their bravery. Do we experience things of beauty only for short moments? According to the poet, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. And the same way, last question, what image does the poet use to describe the beautiful bounty of the earth? The beautiful bounty of the earth is described by endless fountain of immortal drinks. It signifies that God gives us